Is this the right person? Okay. Yeah. Perfect. All right. We're recording. So you can go ahead and start, Courtney, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Awesome. So what's up, you guys? Okay. This is going to be awesome, you guys. Today has been such an awesome day. And I'm just so pumped for conference, you guys. Like, you have no idea. I went to my first conference last year, and it's exactly what changed my business. It totally took my business to the next level. I went to conference last year barely as a double diamond, and so I'm gonna start with my story. So I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about me. So I am a triple diamond with It Works. I joined this business October 7th of 2015, and me and my husband both are recovering heroin addicts. I spent it seemed like ever since I got out of high school, in and out of jail and rehab. Well, I take that back. My first I went to juvenile when I was 14, and it was just over from there. Like, I just kept, doing the wrong thing and just making horrible decisions. But I had this motto that I lived by, that like I never wanted to wonder what if. So I always went with like crazy stuff, like anything that came my way, I said yes, like scary situations. I ended up all over the United States, just doing crazy stuff. It's by the grace of God that I'm even here right now, because just the guys I'd meet along the way and just stupid stuff. But so I went to I've been in rehab 6 different times and multiple jail stays. I did like a couple days here, 5 days, 10 days. But ultimately the entire time, when I was in that life, I was running. I was running from myself, but I was really running from God. I was running from my family. It started out, I felt like just like everybody else, just drinking on the weekends. And, then I started smoking weed, and then it was like popping pills. And then it got to where I was like, I wanted pills every day. And it was the only thing that could like make me satisfied. Like, it numbed everything. Then I started snorting pills because taking them didn't do anything. So now I started snorting them. And the first thing I ever shot up was heroin. I was in a really toxic relationship, and he shot me up the first time, and it was over. And it was just like, that was what I had to have. Every day I woke up was a mission, you guys. Every day was literally to wake up sick, dope sick, figure out how to get money, whatever I had to do, get money, get high, then figure out food and wherever I'm going to sleep. I slept in cars. I slept in nasty hotels. I'm telling you this because I want you to get a picture of, where I came from. My family never, I was the mess up, and I accepted it. I was just like, this is who I am, take it or leave it. Like, I'm cool with going to jail and rehab. Clearly, I would go to jail and be ready to get high. I'd go to jail. I'm like waiting to get out to get high. There would be times I'd be in jail. My family didn't even know I was in jail. I wouldn't even let them know I was in jail because I was just away from them. I was away from the world. I wasn't connected to anything. I missed holidays, birthdays, everything. So it all stopped when I wanted to get clean this last time, and I was like, okay, I'll go to this rehab in Ohio. And I went to this rehab, and I was there for 7 days, and I was miserable. I had the enemy in my mind just saying, leave, leave, leave. So I asked them if I could use the phone, and they were like, no, you have to wait 30 days before you can use the phone. This is a 9-month program. And I was committing to it. I knew 30 days never worked. So let's go 9 months. And on the 7th day, they wouldn't let me use the phone. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna find a phone. So I dipped. I packed a bag, and I just took off walking. And it was like a 1-2 mile walk. It was far off the interstate. And there was like a truck stop up at the thing. And I got up there, and I'm trying to call my mom, asking them to come get me. And everybody's like, no, we're not coming to get you. They called the rehab, and the director told them that if they come pick me up, I'm going to go get high again, and I could possibly die. And they're just saying, Courtney only wants to come home because she doesn't have another option. I had no cell phone, no money, no nothing, stranded in Ohio. And at this truck stop, these, truckers, I get this bright idea. I'm going to hitch a ride with a trucker. I'm going to find a trucker going south and hitch a ride. And, certain truckers, I had the opportunity to go with them, but God gave me discernment, and like, I didn't get in the truck. I had like really bad gut feeling about this one guy. He looked like a warthog, like his teeth were like sticking out on the top of his lip. And I was like, no, it's okay, dude. I never mind. And thank God I didn't, I could be to this day tied up in an 18-wheeler somewhere, never see the light of day. And, thank God I didn't get in there. But it started to get dark. I'm going to share my God moment, and then I'll get into my, my It Works story. But this is where it truly started for me. It started to get dark, and I asked, the owner of this like truck stop place where they fix tires came up to me, and he's like, hey, I got an option for you. Have you figured anything out? I'm like, no. And he's like, okay, come here. And he takes me to this 18-wheeler, and the back of it's gone. It's just the front part. And he climbs up, opens the door, and he's like, you can sleep in here. Nobody will know you're here, and you can figure it out tomorrow. And I climb up, and it's like a dark black hole. And there's like a 2x4 piece of wood on top of like a bench. And there's like dust, bugs. And I look at him, and I'm like, no, would you sleep in there? And he was like, I got to go. I'm sorry. That's all I got. And he walked away, and I just started crying. I started bawling, you guys. I immediately it just hit me like all my decisions, drugs, the life of drugs, everything I've ever done has led me to this point, death. Like this black hole just screamed death. I was like, no, this isn't me. This isn't how I was raised. Like, what is going on, Courtney? Like, wake up. And then finally I was like, I started getting mad at God, and I'm like, I've seen you do things for people in my life. I come from a Christian home. My dad was a preacher, my family, Christian singers. And I've been in church my whole life, and I'm like, where are you? Like, if you're real, please show up. Like, please, God. And all day I had tried by my will, all day fighting it, trying to scheme, trying to scam, trying to figure out ways to make things happen. And the second I like threw my arms up and I'm like, God, please do something right now. I turned the corner. I walked behind this big building, and there's an 2x4, not a 2x4, a big old camper, like a 50-foot camper. And this dorky looking dude, like filling it up with water. And I start walking towards him, and he said, Courtney, and I was like, yes, how do you know my name? And I'm like walking towards him, and he's like, I've been waiting for you all day. And I'm like, what? And he's like, I've been watching you run around here, wondering when you're going to come talk to me. And I was like, are you kidding me? What's your name? And he's like, Peter. And he had a name tag, and it said Peter. And he was like, I got this camper here if you need a place to stay tonight. Sometimes I stay here whenever I work late because he lives out of town. And I was like, oh my God, yes. And so I go in his camper, and he starts talking about, he's like, are you hungry? And I'm like, I'm starving. I haven't eaten all day. And he was like, do you like shrimp and steak? I'm grilling. And I was like, that's my favorite food. And he's like, cool. Do you like Gatorade? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, blue. And I was like, yes, that's my favorite Gatorade. And for me, I was like, oh my God, here I go from nothing, literally nothing. And the second I finally threw my hands up and was like, God, please take over, help me, this showed up. And I had a place to sleep. And of course I was sketched out, it's a dude, because all day I had been literally at one point in the day, I closed my eyes and woke up to a big, hairy, nasty man on top of me. And I had to throw him off. So I was sketched out by him, but I looked over the door, and I saw him knitting a sweater at the front of the front of the thing. And I was like, oh man, this dude ain't going to do nothing. He is not going to do nothing. And it was my sign from God, okay, he's cool. So I went up there, and I started talking to him and sharing, what I was doing, where I was trying to go. I even tried to go back to the rehab before that and beg my way back in, and they wouldn't even let me back in. But he the next morning, I woke up, he slept in the front, I slept in the back, And I woke up and he was like making breakfast. And when I sat down, he said, this is no place for you. He said, I called a cab and they're on the way to come get you. And I bought you a bus ticket back to Nashville. And I was just like, wow. Like I just started bawling and you think, I would come home and do right. And I promised God, if I could get home, please, I would do right. And I did for 7 days. Again, 7 days. I did not awesome, but I tried. I tried not to get high. I gave my mom my keys, my cell phone. I was like, just take it. I don't want to get high anymore. I want to do the right thing. And she kept them, and I stayed home. And on the 7th day, she left my keys sitting out on the counter, and I knew where she had my phone. And I kept walking past those keys, you guys, just walking past them, looking at them, being tormented, like, take them just one more time, Courtney. You can get high one more time. And we're going to talk about environment here in a minute. And just being home and being in the environment, like I knew where to get drugs, and I knew, and I couldn't stop. I couldn't fight that voice. And so I just grabbed the keys, I snagged them, and I dipped. And I was on a mission again. Grab my phone and I go to a gas station, hustle up some money. I'm trying to find something. Nobody has anything. Nobody's answering the phone. Nobody's answering the door. And I'm like, what is going on? And so that night I was, going in and out, trying to find stuff. And I got a text message, and my family said, Courtney, mom called the cops. Like, she called the cops and reported the car stolen. You're screwed. And I was like, oh my gosh. So now I'm watching police cars pulling in the neighborhoods that I'm pulling out of, because I pulled off in a parking lot, and I watched cop cars pulling in, and I'm like, man, I got to get out of town. So I start driving out of town. I go to another city, and I was meeting up with that toxic relationship, the guy that I shot up with the first time. And I pulled in his driveway, and it wasn't 2 minutes after, blacked out Impala comes creeping by, and then backed up, hit back in the driveway, whoop whoop, lights come on, and they're just guns drawn, everybody's freaking out. I get on the, I didn't get on the ground, because I was like, hey, it's okay, it's my car, my mom reported it stolen, it's okay. And they're like, no, this is a big deal, like it's theft over 10,000, that's a felony. And I was like, dang, like I didn't realize. And so I went to jail. I was there for I ended up doing 6 months, but the entire time I was there, I didn't have an out date. So I don't care if you got a year or 18 months. If you got a date that you're getting out, that time is coming. So, they can't do anything. They have to let you go. But I didn't have that out date. So the entire time I thought I was going to be there for like the rest of my life. Because after the first hearing, they said, my mom got up and testified against me, which it's what saved my life. But so I was forced to lay down. God forced me to lay down and not mess with anything. And I was in there, and the first week they send you to medical to get a checkup. And the guard sent me back walking all by myself, and that never happens. But she's like, go on back. I'll pop the door when you get down there. And I start walking, and I see a male inmate at the end of the hallway in stripes. And I seen a male inmate, and I'm like, oh my gosh, who is that? And I'm getting nervous because no guards are around. And as I get closer, I'm like, Austin? That's Austin. Oh my God, Austin, what is up? And he was like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, what are you doing here? Anyways, guards came, we talked for a second. Guards came and everything. And when I saw Austin, y'all, he looked so good. Austin was like my best friend in middle school, high school. Never looked at him as a boyfriend, nothing like that. Just my best friend. That was Austin. And he looked handsome, and he was clean. And I knew he dealt with drugs, but he had hit his low. We hit our lows separate. So immediately when I got back in the pod, I was like, you know what? I know why I'm here. Like, okay, God, I'm going to surrender, and I'm just going to do this. And I'm here for Austin. I knew his heart. It's kind of hard to explain, but I wanted better for him. And I wanted better for me because I wanted to be with him. I saw a future. I saw immediately when I saw him, I was like, that's my husband. It's weird. I just knew it. And so, we started writing letters, and there was certain guards that were cool, and they would pass notes back and forth for us. Or I'd have guards come up to me and shake me and be like, Sharp Ted to tell you he loves you. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you. And it would like make my entire week. So I felt like I had a purpose, right? So we get out. Austin gets out a month before me. He had done 18 months in there, and he got out on parole. And I got out free, no papers. And at Thanksgiving happened, and on Thanksgiving he got a phone call from a detective, and they said that that they were violating his parole, and that his sentence was being put into effect, and that he had to turn himself in from somebody. It was all because of a Kroger card, something he stole in the past that he'd already done his time for, came back up. And I truly believe if we'd have had the money to get an attorney, we could have fought it and won. But we didn't. We had to settle with a public defender, and we lost. And he had to turn himself in, and a 6-year sentence got put in effect. So he had to go for a minimum of 2.5 years, and to flatten his sentence. And so he went to prison. He didn't even go to jail. They sent him to prison. So I didn't even get to see him like when he's in jail, I could visit him every weekend. But prison, he's so far away, I could go every few months. So then I got depressed. I quit my waitressing job. I had a waitressing job. That's all I've ever done, you guys, is wait tables. That's all I know is waitressing. I quit my waitressing job. I could not get off of my mom's couch. I was in such a dark place. Like, I was ready to go get high. I was ready to end it all. Austin, I felt extremely codependent, extremely. I felt like my purpose just got ripped. Like, thanks God, what next? And a month after he was gone, I find out that I'm pregnant. I found out I was pregnant. And I was like, wow, like now I'm about to have a baby. I have no money. I can't even afford my $10 cell phone bill. Like, I was the extra $10 line on Austin's parents' plan. Couldn't even afford that. I was just like, what is going on? But at the same time that, I found out I was having Taylor, my daughter, and I felt that purpose thing again. And I was like, okay, so my purpose is to be a mom. I'm going to be the best freaking mom that ever hit the face of the earth. Like, that's my purpose. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to be a good mom. Drugs, it's over. Like, when I found out I was pregnant, drugs was like immediately. It was like it just turned off. I'm like, no more. Like, that's not even an option anymore. That life is over. Everybody involved with that life is over. I don't even want it anymore. And so I started doing the next right thing. I just started taking one step in front of the other. And I did random stuff for money, y'all. I milked it. Because in my mind, if I went back to waiting tables, then somebody had to watch Taylor. And I would miss out on first moments with her. Or what if they're mean to her? Like, I don't know the people at daycare. What if, like, she starts crying and they're like, shut up, kid. Taylor was my road dog. Like, that was my heart and soul, like, walking around. And I just felt like I didn't want to leave her. I just want to protect her. So for the whole first year of her life, Austin missed the whole birth, the whole pregnancy, all of that. And for the first year of her life, I did random things for money. Like, like my mom's friends, my dad's roommate, like anything, walking dogs, cleaning houses, whatever I had to do to not get a job. Like, that was what I was doing. I had no friends. I lost all my friends in my addiction. Every single one of them. I lost them all. So I had no friends. I was literally a hermit crab, me and Taylor. It was just me and Taylor. And then when Taylor turned 1, my mom had to come to Jesus with me. And she was like, you got to get a job. Like, I know, whatever, you don't want to leave Taylor, but, sorry. So I went and looked at daycare prices, and that junk is expensive. Like, to put your kid in daycare, I was like adding it up. I'm like, okay, so basically I'm going to be waitressing tables to put Taylor in daycare. I'm not going to ever get ahead. Like, what's the point? I'm still going to not have money. I'm still going to be broke. Like, why not just keep doing what I'm doing? Like, and my mom, and I was like, Mom, is this really how people live? And I'm like, is this like what? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, we need to do something. She's like, we can't. Like, this, welcome to the real world. This is how it is. And I was like, dang, like, I don't want to be a part of that. I just don't. I don't want to be a part of that. And so now I started becoming open to the It Works Facebook posts, okay? I started seeing them more, like really seeing them. And then I started seeing these people walking in my doctor's offices, my doctor's visits with the It Works shirts on. And every one of them that I saw, I would always go up to them and be like, what works? And y'all know when somebody comes up to you and says, what works? You're like, what works? Girl, let me tell you what works. It works. Have you ever heard of It Works? And you're just like freaking out. And so all these people were so happy and they were so excited. And I was like, dude, like part of me, I'm like, I want that. Like that would be super cool. And then I saw a girl that I physically knew. I knew of her, and she's from my same town. And she said she got a $10,000 diamond bonus. And I was like, no way, no way. So I messaged her. And I'm like, dude, tell me what's up. Like, is that true? What did you have to do? And she was like, oh my gosh, you would be so good at this. And I was like, no, you don't know, dude. Like, I'm a hermit crab. I literally don't have any, like my roots, you guys, I didn't have any blonde, no more blonde was in my hair. It was all roots. Like I hadn't gotten my hair done in, it seemed like years. I probably had a unibrow. I wasn't taking care of myself. Like it was all about my baby. I was just mom mode, like all my baby, no nails, none of that. I didn't have any friends. I didn't go out with girls nights. I wasn't posting on social media. I didn't even have a lot of friends on Facebook. I was literally a hermit crab, me and my baby in my mom's house. Like that was it. And that's what I lived for. And I was happy with it. Like I'm not getting high. I'm happy. I'm just me and my baby. And so like, I was like, well, what did it do for you? And she was telling me how she's a full-time college student and she's making $3,000 to $4,000 a month. And she's, been able to quit her job and all this stuff. And she's 23. And I was like, dude, I just kept thinking she's younger than me. If she can do this, why can't I do this? And so she showed me the income chart and she's like, what number would change your life? And I was like, dude, I told you any of them. I had to have my mom, check this. We met up at Cracker Barrel. I had to have my mom drop me off at Cracker Barrel. I didn't have a car. Y'all, I'm telling you, homebody. I didn't have a car. I told you they paid the cell phone bill. I paid it when I could. But if I didn't have it or I didn't have diapers money, I had to ask my mom, hey, can I borrow $20 for diapers? I'll pay you back, And every time I get the lecture, like, you need to get your life together, this is not how a mom, and I'm just, and so anyways, I met up with her at Cracker Barrel, and literally the only money I had to my name technically wasn't even all my money. My mom had given me some of it to get baby stuff. So I had like $100 and something on me, and I sat down, she showed me the income chart, and I was like, any number would change my life. And she's like, no, really think about it. What number would be life-changing? Like, what would be so, oh my God. And I was like, double diamond, $6,000 a month. Are you kidding me? Like, if I can make $6,000 a month, that would mean that when Austin got out of prison, he wouldn't have to get 2, 3, he wouldn't even have to get one job. He could come home and bond with Taylor. Like that was my why. Get to double diamond before Austin gets home, so that he can come home and just get to know Taylor, how smart she is, how amazing she is, how funny she is. Like, that's all I wanted. It wasn't even about me, like selfishly. Like, that's all I wanted was Austin to get home and not have to go straight to work. And we never see him sun up, sun down. Like, I didn't want that. And so she was like, okay, that's your why. That's our goal. And I was like, okay, whatever you say, dude, that's our goal. And so, so I was like, all right. And I left that meeting with her, you guys, and I did what she said. She said from day one, stay positive. Stay positive. She said, Courtney, people are going to tell you no. People are going to tell you no. People are going to make fun of you. People are going to laugh at you. People are going to tell you that you're stupid. People are going to tell you that what you're doing is a scam. People are going to tell you, she said it all from day one. She's like, I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen. You just have to keep your eyes on that why. You have to keep your eyes on that why and know that you're going to get there, and stay positive about it. Negative stuff's got to go. So I listened to that and I'm like, okay, I'm going to stay positive. So when things would happen in my business in the beginning, like you guys, my first time blitzing was insane. I went blitzing for the first time with, and nobody would take the daggone card out of my hand. Like, first of all, nobody took the card. And I'm like, I'm watching my enroller just like handing them out like candy. And I'm like, what is going on? So nobody took the thing. And then finally I get a couple of them to take the card and I'm feeling okay. I'm like, okay. I get in the car to leave and my phone rings and it's a random number. And I answered it and I'm like, oh my gosh, my first customer. And I answered it and I'm like, hello. And it was a dude. And I was like, I'm thinking, I know I didn't give a card to a guy. I'm like, yeah, hello. And he was like, did you give I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this. My girlfriend is like crying her eyes out right now. She said you gave her a card about like losing weight. Are you trying to say she's fat? And I was like, no. Oh my God. No, she's beautiful. I was like, I was so stuck. I'm like, no, it's wraps. Like anybody can use them. Like anybody. Like I didn't know what to say to her. And she was like, the guy, he was like, oh, okay. I was like, can I talk to her? Please, pretty please, can I talk to her? And he was like, no, I'll handle it. Thank you. Bye. And I called my enroller and I'm like, dude, never, ever, 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 ever going blitz again. Never doing it. And she was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that happened. She's like, I have never heard of that happening before, ever. And I was like, well, it just happened to me. And I was like, I don't know if I can do this. And she's like, Courtney, you have to keep going. She's like, it's just like falling off of a horse. You got to get back on. And I'm like, okay. So it took me a little bit, but I started blitzing again, you guys, and I got better and better. And I mean, I'm telling you, I have sold wraps at Walmart. I have signed up distributors at Walmart. I've signed up customers and distributors at Walmart and the mall. I mean, just by talking to people. And it gets better. So don't think like, oh, I'm never blitzing now. Like, screw that. I'm telling you, God honors effort. God blesses effort. So when you put forth effort, he honors it. So, and especially he sees your heart. So he knows when something is like, nerve-wracking to you, and for you to go into like, to do it, even though you're nervous and stuff, he honors it. So, okay. So I joined the business. My very first month, I made $500, and I was freaking out. I couldn't believe. I'm like, what do I got my hands on here? Like, this is crazy. Month number 2, it more than doubled. I made $1,200, and I went Ruby, and I got that $500 Ruby bonus. And then the 2 months later, I hit Emerald, and I got a $2,000 Emerald bonus. And then the very next month, I went Diamond. And there was still 3 days left in the month. And when I hit Diamond, I got a $20,000 Diamond bonus. And then there was still 3 days left in the month, right? So I'm always going. So I was like, okay, I'm about to look at Double Diamond. So I pull out my Double Diamond chart, and I'm charting it. And I start adding up the volume, and I figure out I'm like a little over 3,000 away from Double Diamond. And there's 3 days left in the month. So I contact my enroller. And I said, hey, is this crazy talk, or is this possible? Can I go Double Diamond in 3 days? It's like 3,000. Do you think I can get it? And she was like, Courtney, I know you can get it. That's all. Literally, you guys, that's all she said. She didn't tell me how to do it. She just said, I know you can get it. I know you can do it. I've seen you do crazier. I know you can do it. And I was like, okay, all right, I'm going to go for it. I had a conversation with my mom, and I was like, Mom, I'm going to go for this. I'm going to go for this, and I'm going to go out trying. Like, can you help me with Taylor for the next 3 days? Can you please help me with Taylor? And she was like, yeah. So guess what, y'all? For 3 days, I didn't sleep. I didn't shower. I stunk. The only thing I ate was Uncrustable peanut butter and jellies. I didn't even take the time to make food. I'm telling you, I had such I was going to give it my all, 150%. And can I tell you, I was posting every hour, sometimes every 45 minutes. I was going live multiple times each day, all day. Best believe if I needed you at 400, if you was a 400 box or promoting, I was on the phone with you multiple times that day. My entire chart. If I needed you at 400, we were on the phone talking multiple times each day. I was telling you your numbers. We were game planning. I mean, my team, I was putting my goals out there. And you know what's so cool is I went hard, and God gave me people that were not even on my radar. People I wasn't even messaging. That's what's so cool about this. The same thing just happened to one of my brand new double diamonds. She was pushing for double diamond, and people were coming to her from out of nowhere that just wanted to help her hit her goal. I mean, she was mind blown. She was like bawling, calling me like, Courtney, somebody else just said they want to do this. They want to do this. And I'm like, I told you. And she went in. So I'm telling you, like, going in on this thing, it's going to, if you're really wanting to go to the top, like, understand that, like if you're wanting a few extra $100 a month, okay, that's going to look different than the effort if you want to make thousands. If you want to make thousands, that effort is going to look different than making a couple $100 a month. So yeah, I hit double diamond in those 3 days, y'all. At the stroke of midnight, I was waiting for eSuite to update, and it was so intense. My face was all broken out. I had pimples everywhere. I was so like, oh my God. But guess what? I hit double diamond, got a $30,000 double diamond bonus, okay, on top of that 20. And then my commission check went from month number 4, it was around 800 something. Month 5, when I went double diamond, it was over $6,000. My double diamond commission check was over $6,000. I hit my why. And I was just like, bawling and crying. There's still videos on Facebook of me just bawling when I hit double diamond. Bawling. Like, that's what we have here. Yeah, 800 to $6,000 in 1 month. Commission check. Like, that's insane. That doesn't even include my fast starts I made that month. Like, that's what you have your hands on here. Okay, so I went double diamond, and I stayed double for an entire year, y'all. I was Gucci. I'm good. Like, we were making $7,000, $8,000 as a double diamond. I was always growing. Our business was growing. I was always enrolling, and volume was still going up, and people were promoting on my team. All good stuff. But I just wasn't going in. I wasn't going in for triple. I was just like, double's good. Like, I'm good. Until conference. I went to conference and I sat there and I bawled. I had every emotion you could think of. So if you're going to conference, get ready. Get freaking ready for your mom. I mean, you're about to freaking everything. You're going to have so many emotions. I said, like, some points I was mad at myself. I was like, I'm so pissed right now. Like, why am I not down there? Like, look at these people. I remember my husband's like, are you okay? Like, do you need to take a minute? And I'm like, yeah. I remember I looked at my husband and I said, Austin, I promise you, next year we will be VIP. We will be a top money income earner. We will be VIP. I told him that at conference. And guess what? I said, I promise you, we will never come to another It Works event as a double diamond. And I knew that green carpet was in June, and this was February. So I said, we're not coming to another event. So that means I had to go triple by May 31st. Guess what day I hit triple? May 31st. I hit triple diamond May 31st. I came home from conference and I freaked out. I was like, let's go. Got on the phone with my team. Everybody, I talked to everybody and I figured out who's with it. Like, let's go. Who's running? And I figured out who my runners were and who was excited and who really wanted this and was willing to do what it took. Because we had to promote, for me to go triple, we had to promote new diamonds. We had to promote new emeralds, new rubies, multiple new executives, multiple rubies and emeralds. All of that had to happen. So we figured it out and it happened. May 31st went triple diamond. My very first triple diamond commission check was over $13,000. My very first triple diamond commission check over $13,000. Guess how much it was in July? July, we made $17,000 as a triple diamond. 1 month. Recovering heroin addict right here. Nobody expected this from me. Nobody expected this from me. Can I tell you that the house I'm in right now, it works. My husband is fully retired. We had the wedding of our dreams. I mean, we got to go on our honeymoon, fully paid for by It Works. And guess what was so cool is our honeymoon was only supposed to be like 5 or 6 days long. And while we were there, I was like, I'm about to call mom and see if Taylor's cool. Every day I'd be like, is Taylor cool? She's like, yeah, stay another day. You're fine. We ended up staying like 10 or 11 days, like just because we could. We just kept going up to the hotel. People would be like, we're going to stay another day. We're going to stay one more night. Okay, give us one more night. And like, they're like, what do y'all do? And I'm like, girl, I work from my phone. Have you ever heard of It Works? Like I'm telling you this is true freedom. When you can sit on a beach and be like, want to stay another couple nights? Yeah, let's do it. Like that's what mind-blowing stuff. Nobody expected this from me. Like I didn't even expect this from me. Doing this right here, talking to you guys, like this wasn't me. I was like, my family, I told you they're like preachers or whatever, and they're like comfortable to get on stage and get the microphone. And they used to always like call me up there when I would be like, trying to get clean. And I guess they thought I'd get up there and just start preaching or something. And they'd try to hand me the microphone and I'd be like, oh my God. Like I just get right back. It was so awkward. I just couldn't talk to people. I couldn't do it. And, but this opportunity, this business has brought out my confidence. It's brought out like who I truly am inside, like the boldness. I used to pray my whole life, like not my whole life, but for boldness. Like I used to see people speak and I'd be like, God, please give me boldness. I want to be able to do that. And I want to be able to share my story. I want that kind of boldness and just be able to talk. And through It Works, that's what's happened. Like I've been able to share my testimony with so many people. I mean, I've got recovering addicts on my team. It's insane. And every single one of you right now on here, you have a story, okay? You have something to say that somebody needs to hear. Okay, if you go to Google and you type in It Works images and you see all that stuff, that's all pretty and nice, but that stuff's not going to get people to join your team. It's not what it is. People are going to join your team because they trust you, because they relate to you, because they want to be a part of what you're doing, because you know where you're going and they want to go with you. I'm telling you, like when I started sharing my story, it blew up. I remember, we doubled our income from, tell me what other job you can more than double your annual income. That's what happened. Like, it's just insane. Like, what was it? Last year we made $58,000 as a double diamond that year. A little over $58,000. This year we've more than doubled that. That's crazy. It's just insane. But, so that's my story. That's where I'm at now. But do you have some questions or I also have some other stuff.
I was like blowing up. Everybody's like, dude. I was like, I know, I told y'all. I'm just like, so like, I don't know. I'm like all thrown off now. I had all these questions and I'm like, no, just keep talking.
God is so good.
Yeah, this is crazy. And I know what you mean, like how much your life has changed in a year, like same for me, this time last year, I was a diamond. Wow. I got into conference with 2 people last year. And now I have like 30 people come in and I'm a triple diamond and just crazy. So I'm super excited. Okay. So, do you work your business mostly through social media or what do you do?
Okay, so the first 6 months of my business, you guys, I come hell or high water, every single Monday night, we had a wrap party at my mom's house. So my first business launch party that I had, nobody showed up, first of all. Nobody showed up. And I was like, okay, this sucks. Like, I don't even want to do this anymore. And my enroller, she's like, girl, what do we say? Stay positive okay? And we're going to do it again, and we're going to act like this was a huge success, because it is a success. You got together, you set a standard for your business, and even though, situations happen, you're still following through. And that's what I did. I had my launch party with me and my mom and my iron roller. And guess what? We took selfies with the products. We were taking selfies, and guess what I did? I made a post and I said, okay, guys, since this wrap party was such a success, now listen, don't go treating my mom's, front yard like it, don't go treat my mom's house like it's a rock concert and sleep in tents in her front yard or anything. But since this was such a success, we're going to do it again. We're going to have another wrap party next Monday night. Yes. And guess what? The first 2 people who show up are going to get to wrap for free. You heard me, for free. And guess what? We had a lady show up an hour early, and we had people at the party. And all week, my goal was I invited people to my wrap party all week. And I signed up people even on social media. So my main way of growing my business, you guys, has been parties and social media. Facebook, I do not know Instagram. I know I got to get better at it. And that's something I really want to work on. But Facebook has been my sweet spot. I started out and I was never posting on Facebook, and I did not even have that many friends. Now I'm almost at 5,000 friends. I've got people who follow me now, and I literally treat my Facebook like it's my reality show. That's what I tell all of my team. I say, your Facebook is now your reality show. And you just get to pick what you want everybody to see. You know what I mean? Like, it's your reality show. So take pictures of you and your kids. Take pictures of what you're doing. I would take pictures holding up 2 fingers, like, just talk to 2 mamas, 2 boss babe mamas that are about to join my team and rock it. Like, what are you waiting for? And I would always say where I'm going, okay? You need to be telling people where you're going. You need to be posting your goals. You need to make sure everybody knows, like, because that's going to catch people's attention. They're going to be like, dude, this girl really believes in this thing. And then they're going to look at you again and be like, man. And she thinks It Works is really going to change her life. And every day they see those things, you're dropping seeds in their mind. I can't tell you how many people have messaged me, even to this day, like, Courtney, I've been following you. I haven't commented, I haven't liked on anything, but I've been watching you. One of my double diamonds right now, she watched me for 4 months. The first 4 months of my business, never commented, never liked, never nothing. And she lived in Ohio. She was actually one of the teachers at that rehab that I was at. And she watched me for 4 months, didn't say anything. And I randomly just shot her a message at midnight. And as soon as I messaged her, she was like, Courtney, she started like doing the cry emoji. She's like, I have been watching you since you started, and I've been slick mad at you because I get so jealous. And she's like, but I want what you have. She's like, me and my family are at a hotel 5 minutes up the street because I wanted to take them on a vacation this year. She said, we can't even afford a vacation, so we're paying for this on a credit card. And she's like, I just wanted my kids to swim in a pool. And she's like, we need this. We don't have the money to sign, but I'm going to put it on a credit card. We need this. And guess what? She's a double diamond on my team now. Killing it. Her team is on fire, like crazy. And I'm just like, that's what I'm saying. So when you have people, when you're posting and stuff, you need to, first of all, before you click post, you need to double look at it and read it through and say, does this show friendship, fun, freedom? Does this show, my past, my present, my future? Does this show all those things? And if it doesn't, delete and start over. Remember what caught your attention, okay? Remember what caught your attention. Like, what was it that drew you in? Was it the freedom? Was it like, man, she's playing with her babies today on a Tuesday at the park. I'm sitting at a desk. Like, what was it? Man, she can fill up her whole tank of gas. I'm putting $5.50 in mine. Like, I want to fill up my whole tank. That's this kind of stuff people want to see, right? Because just like they said, making 10,000+ a month, that's, people can't even think about that right now. But when you post like the making $300 to $500 extra a month, and then you're posting, thanks It Works for covering the groceries, thanks It Works for filling up my tank, like, y'all, I told you it works. You know, what are you waiting for? Here's your sign. Like now, you know, I am just it's got to be excitement. Excitement is contagious. There's people, y'all know this saying, ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. When you're new and you're just, you know, you guys are doing this, don't feel like you have to know everything. Like, don't feel like you got to research every ingredient. I got to know every answer. If anybody asks me anything, don't feel like that. I just got so daggone ignorant and on fire, and I just started telling people stuff. I told people wrong. I had to go back and apologize. But you know what? They joined my team, and they bought some products, and you know what I mean? Like, excitement is contagious. I had people join my team just because, I was so daggone in their face. Like, you want to be a millionaire? Like, are you going to be a millionaire? Because I'm about to be a millionaire. Like, I believe in this thing. If these people are doing it, why can't I? I'm going to do this. Like, you're going to be on my team. Let's do this together. I would always send people that. I'd send them this message, and I would just say, like, you know, hey, girl, I think you would rock this thing. Let's do this together. I'm serious about this. This is going to change my life. I'm working to retire my husband, and I'm watching it happen, and I would love for us to do this together. I think you would kill this. People can read, like, I used to think that the leaders had some secret script, okay? Like, it's crazy. I used to be like, if I could just get on a phone call with one of these top income earners and I could just ask them just by myself, I'm like master manipulator, right? I'm like, I know I could get it out of them. And I remember I messaged a bunch of them, and I heard back from Courtney Lavey. I heard back from her, and she was like, yeah, we can do a Zoom. And I was like, okay, cool. And she's like, you can get your whole team on it too if you want. I was like, no, girl, this is just me and you, like all creepy. And she was like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, girl. And so we get on the Zoom, and I'm like, you know, asking all these questions. I'm like, okay, yeah, but tell me for real, like, I'm cool, girl. I'm cool. Tell me what's going on. Like, tell me the inside scoop. And she was like, I had multiple aha moments, but the number one aha moment I had was like, she just don't quit. Like, she has a killer daily routine. That's it. She don't waver. She does not waver from her daily routine. She does not go to bed until she completes certain things. Like, that's just it. And I'm like, that's why she's making more money than me. Like, she doesn't waver. She doesn't have a secret rap. She doesn't have a secret script. It's like, it's not a secret. And I'm here to tell you guys, it's not a secret. Like, trial and error. This is, for me, it's all been trial and error. I just keep trying things. I learn things new every day. I learn things every day through this. So you're going to continue to learn this whole time. You're not going to ever know it all, you know? So just trial and error, have fun with it, be excited, talk to everyone, truly make your life and It Works become one. When you do that, like, people are just, they can't help it. They just have to be a part of it. And adding value to people's lives on social media is huge. Make sure everything you do adds value. Solve a problem for people. Why are you not going Facebook Live? Facebook Live opens you up so many levels deeper to your friends list. So many levels. Just get on there and talk about something. Like, you don't have to talk about It Works. You can talk about anything, but you're building a following. This thing, you're not going to get away from the hard work. You want to make a lot of money? You're not going to get away from the hard work, and you're not going to get away from the people. So you have got to build relationships. Be a friend, right? When somebody shows interest in your product or your opportunity, show interest in them, in their life. Somebody shows it, I'm immediately saying, what are your weight loss goals? Like, what are the goals you have? You know, I'm showing interest. What kind of, you know, how much extra income would you like to make a month? Like, what are you looking to make each month? Oh, $500? Girl, what if I told you I could show you how to do that in the next, like, month or two? Oh my God, really? How? Yeah, that's just a Ruby, girl. A Ruby is $500 a month. Like, that's just you having 5 team members. Are you kidding me? This is simple. What we do is simple. Like, don't overthink it. I was right there with you. I was on all these Zooms just like, man, how are they doing it? Like, I want to make that money. I want to do this. I was right there. And I used to just overthink. And it would make me to where I wasn't doing anything. No income producing activities, just overthinking, driving myself crazy. But if you just keep it simple, it's all a numbers game, right? How many people are you willing to talk to? How many people are you willing, how many relationships, how many friends? We get paid to make friends. That's pretty cool. We get paid to make friends and help our friends make money. As soon as I got my eyes off of my paycheck and started helping my team make money is when I started really making big money. But and go for the nose. Oh my gosh, you guys, go for the nose. That was like the big thing. I just kept going for nose. Like, I just wanted to get more no's because that's what they said. They're like, go for the nose, go for the nose. I'm like, okay. So when I would get a no, I would freaking get excited. Just get excited when they say no. I mean, sometimes it's just little things you can do to just change your attitude, change your mentality, change, maybe it's just one word, something that you're saying, and it'll make all the difference. So, I mean, I don't know if you have people like this, Morgan, but I have team members who are like, Courtney, man, I talked to 100 people today and didn't nobody sign up. Like, none of them. I just don't think this is for me. I think I'm just going to quit. I'm like, what, dude? You talked to really 100 people legit. They're like, yeah, I can prove it to you. I can show you my Facebook Messenger. I can prove it. I'm like, okay, then why are you upset? Like, it's God's law. Sowing and reaping. There's a harvest coming. You have 100 seeds planted. They have to grow. Eventually, they have to grow, okay? So what are you going to do? You're going to leave. They're all coming somewhere. I'm going to get them. I'm going to reap them. Stay for the harvest. A lot of people don't see their blessing. They don't see their breakthrough. They don't see their, big thing because they quit. It's right there, and they quit too soon. They just don't believe they're worth it, or they don't believe they should have it. I'm here to tell you, you are God's child. You are a child of God, okay? You were made to dominate. You were made for more. Average bullcrap, that's not how we were made. We were not made to struggle. We weren't made to be miserable in our jobs, sitting behind a desk, our kids, missing out on moments with our babies, or our husbands working in other towns, other cities for the entire week, coming home one night a weekend, barely seeing them, struggling. When you truly like make up your mind, that's when things happen for me. When I just made up my mind, I was like, dude, I'm sick of this. Like, I'm doing it. That grit, that hunger, that like, it doesn't matter if 1,000 people tell me no today. Guess what? Those no's, that just means not right now. I have a triple diamond on my team right now. And guess what? She told me, heck no. She yelled at me. She talked funky to me like the first time I talked to her. And guess what? 3-4 months later, she called me, joined my team. She couldn't stop watching me. I was posting. She couldn't stop. I was so happy and excited and talking about my business. Everything I did with my business, I posted about it. Every small victory, I made it huge. Everything I posted, and I just got excited. But I know you guys hear this word all the time, but consistency, okay? Here's the deal. God is wanting to know, are you going to be consistent even when it's hard? Even when it gets tough? Are you going to stay consistent? Because that's when he's like, it's like the test, right? He's waiting to see like what's going on. Like, are you really in this? Are you really going to give this your all? Even when it gets hard, are you going to push through? Are you going to keep going? And so consistency, belief, and environment is crucial. Your environment is so crucial. If you got, y'all, I had family that made fun of me. Because I told you I didn't have no friends. I had family that made fun of me. I had family that told me that this was a scam, that told me that I would never make money, that told me that they're just trying to take my money, and that whenever I might if I do make a little bit, that it won't last long. I mean, telling me all of this stuff. But guess what? Now they come into my It Works Bought house, eating my It Works Bought food, y'all, sitting on my It Works Bought couch, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? They can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Like, look at me. Come on. I'm ready for you. Like, It Works is where it's at. No, I don't care what anybody says. There is nothing like It Works. Nobody has our culture. Nobody has, true residual income. That month I told you I made $17,000. That was the biggest paycheck I ever made, and I was terrified to look at it. I was terrified to open it up because that month I had taken some time for me and my family. Like, we had some things go on, and I had stepped back a little bit. I mean, I always work my business. This is my life. It works in me. But I mean, and I'm always with my team. But I mean, like, I wasn't really pushing that month, and I was terrified. And here I opened it up, and it was $17,000. I broke down. That's true residual income. God just showed me, like, Courtney, like, this, you're blessed. Like, this is amazing. Like, God's hand is 100% all over this. The whole thing is, are you going to get out of the grandstands? Are you going to get out of the stands and get in and start? Are you just going to keep watching everybody make money and watching everybody promote and go on past you? You got to get out of the stands and get in. Stay connected. Reach out. Ask questions. Find out what your niche is. You might rock parties. You might rock them. I mean, when we first started, no, I told you, nobody showed up. By the end of the 6 months, we had, at the last party we had every single week, you guys, every Monday night. It didn't matter if it rained, snowed, whatever. We had 45 guests. At one party, I can sign 7 distributors and 4 loyal customers in 1 hour. Or I can sign 4 distributors and 6 loyal customers in 1 hour. It started taking on a life of its own. I started telling my team, you can invite your people here. Their people can invite people here. Everybody. The month I made $21K, I was in the hospital with my grandpa for a week and then with my family and had his funeral the next week. I still got to pay. That's what I'm talking about. Whoa, 21,000. That's insane. You guys, see that? She was with her grandpa at a funeral, got to be with her family.
So this was actually like right after green carpet. So we so like at green carpet, it was like that Friday and Saturday or something, or Saturday and Sunday. And then some of the girls like remember this because they were with me whenever I got the phone call. But like it was like the day after, like that Monday, and a lot of us were still there. And he had a stroke, and my mom called me and she was like, "Hey, like your grandpa just had a stroke. He's being airlifted, whatever. He's in Mississippi. My whole family's in Mississippi. I'm in Tampa, Florida." And I was like, "Do I need to go?" And she said, "No, not yet." And like later on that day, like she called me and she was like, "You need to come." And so I literally, because of It Works, bought a plane ticket, didn't care how much it cost. It was like $500 for a one-way ticket because I didn't know how long I was going to be there, but I didn't care. I didn't have to call my boss and say, "Hey, is it cool if I stay and see my grandpa that's really sick?" You know, like I literally just got up and left, and I bought a one-way because I was like, I'll be here as long as I need to be here. And so I left and I took a one-way, and then he ended up passing away, and I got to be there for the funeral. I got to be there right before he went to where he was like not even responsive anymore. I got to be there like that last minute, and then he passed away, and I was there for the funeral, and I took my time coming back home, bought another one-way ticket. You know, I didn't have to worry about taking off. I was gone for 3.5 weeks altogether, and I didn't have to ask anybody if it was okay. I didn't have to ask permission to go to a funeral for my grandpa, you know, and like I didn't have to worry about like the money that I was going to be missing from missing shifts. Like that's what It Works can do for you, you know, like that's crazy.
God, that's so awesome.
And like so many people have stories like that, you know, and even if it's like small things, big things, like that's what happens.
Yeah, like my double dime, I have a double dime, Miss Wendy. She her kid, like her newborn baby just got super sick. She's been able to spend this entire, like the past few weeks in the hospital. Her and her husband rotating because he's retired too. Just rotating, coming back and forth and being with the kid, their other kids at home. Just being able to stay at the hospital. Like, I don't know. Like I remember life before It Works, but like this life is just, there's nothing like it. Like I don't even know what compares to it. But so yeah, let me see what here's something cool. Somebody just told me this. Actually, Jocelyn Yates shared this with me, and it was super cool. She was telling me what a leader is. And she said, the definition of a leader, you don't have to have a big old team underneath you. You don't even have to have one person underneath you, whatever. She said, the definition of a leader is sharing something that works for you. Sharing something that works for you with somebody else. Like, I thought that was so cool. So, I don't know. That was just a little something. But, oh, yeah. So, I've been doing these host-to-posts, you guys. Y'all know those have y'all been doing those? Morgan, the host-to-posts?
I've been doing them, and I told my team about them a little bit ago, but we have so many new people. Like, I'm, like, looking at the screen, and I don't even know half these people. Like, it's crazy. We have so many new people. So a lot of them don't know what that is yet. They just joined this week.
Okay, cool. So a host to post is super cool. Like, you basically ask people if they'll make a post for you, and in return, depending on who orders from you, you can send them a free product. Free is free, right? And so you send them that little message, and 9 times out of 10, they're like, yeah, sure, let's go. What's the post? You send them the post to make about, like, the cleanse or about the ThermoFit or about something. They post it, have them tag you in it, and then whoever comments on it, those are your leads, and you just message them. Something crucial for your business, you guys, get a notebook. Oh my gosh. Like, you have to keep track of names. You will never remember all the people that show interest or that you talk to if you try to do it up here. If I don't write their name down, you can chalk it. You can chalk that I will ever talk to them again. Always write their name down. Like, or planner. Yeah, either or. I love our new planner because it has a spot for the hundreds list, you know. It's not really big. Like, once that's through, you know, that's through. I guess that's why I like a little, I always keep a little notebook in my purse, like a little handheld one, just for if I'm on the go and I talk to somebody or I meet somebody, I write their name down, their information. But
another thing I'll do too is, like, if I'm, like, out and about, because I always use a planner to write people's names down. It's, like, right here. Yeah. So this is what I'll use. And if I'm out and about and I get, like, a message back from somebody on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, like, I was running errands all day and I didn't have my planner with me. And so I'll just screenshot their name. And so, like, now I can go back through all my screenshots and I can just go write their names down. So that's another option too. But yeah, either way, but, like, if you're meeting them in person and want to jot their number down, like, yeah, take a notebook, take whatever helps for you.
Yeah, and I would have a screenshot. You just reminded me. Whenever I would be out blitzing and stuff, take a picture of a blitz card too. Okay, cool. Like a front and back of it, you know, and that way you can get people's cell phone numbers just right there. You can say, "Hey, girl, let me," you know, after you're talking to them, like, "Let me send you one of my coupons so you can get $5 off." And they're like, "Great, give me your cell phone number," and then text them the picture of it. So let me look. I have so many notes about stuff. So, but do you have any other questions? Oh, I want to tell y'all real quick about this time of year. Like, okay, let's get real right here. Okay, this is when it goes down. This is when it goes down. This is when it went down for me. Okay, so I'm just gonna go keep it real. This is when it goes down. Like, do y'all realize what is about to happen? Okay, you can either wait till conference and then get your fire lit, or you can start that fire now, and then when conference happens, it's just gas on the fire. It's just gas on the flames. And I'm telling you, like, people right now, they want to do what? Lose weight, and they want to make extra money. Summer bodies are made right now. People are trying to get ready for bikini season, springtime. So guess what? Our products sell themselves, period. Products sell themselves. People are waiting for an opportunity like this to come across their path. You have the golden ticket. What are you going to do? When God puts it on your heart to speak to somebody, when you're going, you know, and you're out and about, I'm telling you, you might be nervous. Sometimes, like, I had to start off just complimenting people, okay? Like, talking to people out in public, I had to start there, just saying, "Girl, those shoes are so cute. Like, where did you get them?" Or, "Hey, oh my gosh, your hair's so cute. What color is," I don't know, just random things, and just start complimenting people, because then you're going to start getting more comfortable, and then you'll get more comfortable with sharing your opportunity. But this time of year, you guys, we have 4 new products coming out at conference, okay? 4. Then, and we have more coming out all year, they said. We're opening up in different countries at conference. They're going to make even, like, the announcements they already told us, and you know how they do. So they're going to have, like, surprises. I can't even believe there's any more that they've got. But, and all of this happened, like, this is our Super Bowl. This is when it goes down. Like, people, I'm telling you, get out of the stands, and get in this. And you watch. God sees those sleepless nights. God sees you going in, and he blesses effort. He honors effort. People, a lot of the times, people, you know, you see the picture, right? You got your dream board. You see where you want to be. You see Ambassador Diamond, and you want to be an Ambassador Diamond. But
they want the picture. People want the picture, but they're not really willing to put the input in. But here, I'm telling you, that's not how it works. You can't join this thing and think, oh, I'll just sit back and see what happens and see who comes to me. No, you go and take it. You take it. That is exactly why I'm sitting here right now as a triple diamond making 5 figures a month, is because I took that. I took it. I didn't wait for it. I didn't wait for Cindy Lou Who to get to 400. I got her to 400. Got her there. I took it. That's how you got to get so serious about this, because you know what? God has your ambassador diamond chart filled out. He knows every person that's promoting, every diamond, every double, every triple. He knows every ruby, emerald, executive. He knows every piece of volume, he knows what they ordered and everything. Now, are you going to go get it? Or are you just going to let it just sit out there and then quit before you even get it? He has that waiting on you. This opportunity is unlike anything I've ever seen in my life. Were you going to say something, Morgan? Sorry. I thought you were going to say something. Oh.
No, I'm just writing that this is really good, like over and over again in a lot of different ways on the chat.
Oh, okay, cool. So, let's see. Oh, so, sorry, guys. As far as your Facebook, what I would do, just keep it real. Keep it raw. Keep it real. You're going to get nervous. You're going to, but the whole thing is be vulnerable, like put yourself out there, be vulnerable, because what you put out is going to attract the people that you're going to want a part of your, what you put out there is going to bring them in. And if you're nervous, that's a good thing. That means you care about what you're going to say. I was so nervous getting on here tonight. I get nervous every time. I do, because I have something to say, and I really care about it. And that's what it is. Look at it that way. The reason why you're nervous is because you really care about what you're about to say, and you really have something to say. And teach your butterflies to fly in formation and get the job done. Bite the bullet, get it done. I'm telling you, there's people out there that need to hear what you have to say. I mean, think about it. What's your why? If you don't know where you're going, how are you going to figure out how to get there? If you don't know, you guys, I have my goals wrote down on paper, plastered everywhere. Poster boards, papers in my bathroom, on my mirror, everywhere. You have to see it. You got to picture it. I remember people telling me, Courtney, think about like visualizing things. Denise Walsh is all about visualization and like visualizing what you truly want. What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What is, what that car, what does the leather feel like? What color is it? What are your dreams and goals? Negative people, if you got people, love them from a distance. I've had to love some family from a distance. I've had to delete people. I've had people get up on my post trying to talk crazy, and that's my post. Like, you are messing with my family's income right now. Like, what are you thinking? Like, I'm going to send you a message, and I'm going to say, hey, dude, I deleted that, but if it happens again, I'm going to delete you. So you got to get real with people, okay? Don't be afraid. Who cares what people think? They are not paying your bills. They are not, they're not there helping you, figure out paycheck, how you going to pay this, how you going to pay that. No, you just take it. Do what I'm sorry. I love you guys. I love It Works. And I just know what's available. And if you truly knew what you had your hands on, like, you just wouldn't stop. Can you believe, you guys, I still can't believe it. Me, a recovering heroin addict, you guys, like, I had to do drugs every day just to feel normal. I had no friends. Nobody expected this from me. To have my mom proud of me, like having my mom like call me and talk to me and be like, I love you. I'm so proud of you. Coming over to my house, I can make my family dinner. That's never happened. Never. Like, it's just crazy. And it's all because I said yes. I said yes to this. And I just went with my gut. There was something in my gut. And I'm here to tell you, God brought you here for a reason. He didn't bring you here for you to join and quit. He didn't bring you here for you to join and not make money and not change your life. And here, know this. If you're going through some things, if devil is throwing things at you, recognize what it is, okay? The devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He's trying to stop you. You join this thing for a reason. And the reason is you're going to change a lot of lives, a whole lot of lives. And the devil is trying to stop you. He's trying to take you out. So when things happen, now when things come at me, it's weird. I treat it weird. I laugh and I smile and I'm like, come on, devil. That means God has something so big. Like, bring it. Get excited. Do you know what I'm saying? It's all about your attitude. It's all about it. I mean, y'all got to listen to The Secret. If you've never heard of it, it's on YouTube. And I play that all the time. And when I'm in the car riding around, anything, I'm always listening to that. It's so powerful and it's so true. But yeah, I feel like I've been talking forever, but I love you guys.
This was so good. Like, I could seriously just have you on here for like 3 hours and just like keep talking to us. I'm so glad that you got on here. Yeah. This was super inspiring, and I know that I've heard your story before, but most of these people haven't. Well, actually, a lot of them, I've mentioned your name, and like half of them like stalked you. So whenever I was like, oh yeah, Courtney's gonna be doing her Zoom, I was like, y'all are gonna be like so like excited to hear her testimony, like you've never heard her story before. They're like, no, we've all heard her story. I was like, oh man. So like they all know who you are already. I was like kind of disappointed, but it's fine. Yeah, so no, we're super thankful, and thank you for like being so open with us and telling us all this stuff. I know somebody was asking about favorite personal development. Obviously, The Secret is like a good one. Yeah. Did you have anything else real quick that you wanted to say?
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it real. The Bible, like I'm not a big reader, but I do YouTube. You know, I go to YouTube and do listening to stuff on YouTube. But the Bible, you guys, I have a scripture. It's I wrote it down and now I can't find it. My kids mess with everything. But it's 2 Corinthians 6:11 and 6:11 through 13. And when you get a chance, really read that because that scripture is powerful. And but just, you know, knowing whose you are, and know, like when you get a revelation of that, I mean, I don't know, just it does something. It makes you more confident, and just know that you're made for more. You were made for more. You weren't made to struggle. You were made to dominate. You were made to take over. And I just, yeah, I'm really grateful to be on here because I remember being on Zooms, you guys. That's what's so funny is now that I'm like doing the Zoom, it's crazy because I used to just be just like you guys. That's what I'm saying. Like this opportunity is available for anyone, but not everyone's going to get it. Not everyone is willing to do what it takes, willing to pay the price. Because it takes sacrifice. It truly does take sacrifice, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. Gosh, it's so worth it. I love
That's what I always say, you know, like I sacrificed so much sleep. I sacrificed going out with friends on the months that I was promoting. And I was like, dude, like I won't see you until, you know, April. I'll talk to you soon though, you know, and I just like didn't shower, didn't eat, you know, like I got some microwave meals and I was like, dude, I only have 30 seconds, you know, like let's go, like let's halfway heat this up and I'm gonna be texting. And I mean, I sacrificed a lot, but I always tell my team, you know, in those sacrifices, like I never look back now where I am and say, you know, on March 23rd, 2017, I really wish I had an extra 2 hours of sleep. No, I don't care, you know, like you don't care what you sacrifice at the time. It's a sacrifice. Now I'm thankful that I said no to the little things so I can say yes to the big things, like yes to being home with your kids, you know, because I don't have kids, but you do. And, you know, saying yes to retiring my boyfriend back in March, you know, yes to being able to quit all my jobs, yes to being able to pay for my car, you know, in less than a year of having it. All these things I can say yes to because I said no to little things. So you just have to decide what's more important. Are you going to sacrifice the big things or the little things? And it doesn't take sacrifice all the time, but it does take sacrifice a lot of the time, and it takes sacrifice till you get to where you want to be, you know? And it doesn't feel like sacrifice though because you're doing what you love. You're excited about it. You have a team. You have encouragement, you know? It's different than normal sacrifice. You're like, dude, this is so much fun. Like I'm exhausted, but this is a lot of fun.
Like my husband, he's like whenever, you know, I just signed up a distributor yesterday, or like when I sign up distributors or customers, I still freak out. Like I still get so excited. I'm like,
we got a customer. Like, we do a dance party and we like freak out whenever we get a customer distributed. And my husband's like, I think it's so cool. He just said this a while ago. He was like, I think it's so cool. You still get so excited when you get a new team member. Like, it's like you just joined. It's so cute. And I'm like, because I love what I do. Like, I genuinely love this thing because I know that they have the same opportunity that I had. Like, it doesn't matter when you join, right? You could have joined 10 years ago, or you could have joined today. I have people under me who are making more money than me. There's people who are above me and I'm making more money than them. It does not matter when you joined. You have the same opportunity everybody has. That's what's so cool. We're always moving with the times. I mean, our CEO, our corporate, they're always, growing and moving and shaking, and they're making a vehicle. They will always have a vehicle for us to be successful and to continue this path. So you just got to make up your mind. Like, are you with it? Are you going to go in? Joel Dunn, that post he made the other day, the picture, it spoke volumes to me. I put it on my team page. He said, I get asked all the time, what it takes to go Black Diamond. And he said, the answer is summed up in this picture. And it was a picture of Stephanie's phone sitting outside of the shower with the text messages pulled open. And he said, she's literally like in the shower with her phone, like talking to a new rep, waiting for them to respond to her message, like to give them her info. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you're going for something so hard that like you can't even shower. Like, you're going, you know what I mean? Like, there's no BV in showering. There's no BV in watching TV. You know what I mean? So I'm just excited, you guys. And you guys have an awesome, awesome leader. Like, Morgan's killing it. And I can't wait for conference. I can't wait to see you guys. I'm telling you, go to conference with just expectation and excitement. And what I want you to do, because this is what got me, whenever I was looking at everybody, I want you to truly look at everybody that's like in the Millionaires Club and that's, making big money, and see they're all different. Like, they're all different. All their stories are different. They're all different types of personalities. There's some who are shy, some who are, you're going to see people get the microphone and shake, like, oh my God. But look, anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. You just have to decide, is it you? Do you want it bad enough? Are you willing to do what it takes? But I'm excited. And I know if I can do this, anybody can do it. Anybody.
That's how I feel too. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for conference. I know not everybody's going, but you will see plenty of stuff on our team page about conference, and you'll see all like the highlights and stuff. So I'm so pumped, and I know we both went to conference for the first time last year. And so I know you went as a double, I went as a diamond, and we've been to conference now. So like last year, I was like, this will be cool, but I don't really know what to expect. This year, I'm like, I know what's about to happen, and I'm flipping out. Like, people are like, huh?
How many people did you have go with you last year?
2.
Yeah, I had 7. Now I have 40.
Yeah. I literally had one on each side of me, and we were sitting up on the 3rd level at the Amalie Arena, and I said, I'm going to be on that couch one day. I'm going to be walking on that stage one day.
I'm so glad you just said that. That was something I just wanted to tell you guys. Speak it. Holy cow, speak it. Your life follows your words. Your life follows your words. Hardcore. Like, that's what the Bible says. Start speaking it. I said the same thing. I'm going to be on that couch. I'm going to be in the top 150. Like, that's me. I can do this. I'm going. Start speaking it, and you're going to start falling. If you don't believe it right now, that's okay. Start speaking it. Then your mind's going to start believing it. Then you're going to start working like it's actually doing it, like you're really doing it. And then you're going to see stuff happen, and you're going to be like, oh, my God, this stuff works. Like, dream boards, I thought that was the cheesiest thing in the world. Like, why would I make a dream board? This is so corny. I used to think, like, my parents just wanted to, like, bond with me. So I was like, deuces, I'm not about to do a dream board. But I made a dream board when I got with It Works. Everything on my dream board came to pass. I said I want to make $6,000 a month. It happened. Best believe everything came to pass. So this year, I was the first one ready for dream boards. I'm like, where's everybody's dream board? Get your markers out. Let's do it. And I put on it I wanted to make $10,000 a month and did it. We did it in February. Like, it's just insane, you guys. It's insane.
It's crazy. Yeah, we've marked everything off our dream boards too. Like, It's so powerful. Last year was the first year I ever made a dream board, and I was like, check, 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 and then some, check, and then some, check, and then we did that a little faster. You know, like, it's crazy. So, but all right, well, thank you so much. I don't want to keep you any longer, but thank you so much. We're so appreciative. This is awesome. I'm so glad this is recorded. We have girls like texting me like, is it recorded? Is it recorded? They're all at work and they can't get on, but they don't want to miss this. So I can't wait to see you. I'll be sitting in VIP with you.
I know. Oh, I spoke that too, y'all. And it happened.
I'm so excited about that. Okay, well, y'all have a great rest of your night. Thank you, Courtney.
You're welcome.
Bye.